I grew up in a small town just south of Boston. Massachusetts is popular for its history, sports, and entertainment. Join me right now to take you into the first step of the time period of 1620. 1620, it's one of the most famous parts of history where the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock and made home on Plymouth Plantation. The plantation is located on the south shore of Massachusetts, and it's the town right over from where I grew up in Marshfield. Now, according to Stephen Snow, author of the ebook Performing the Pilgrims, a study of ethno-historical role-playing at Plymouth Plantation, describes the plantation as a daily life stage. I agree 100% with this point. I've gone there many times as a child, returned as an adult, bringing my daughter, which has been very fun. And when you step onto the plantation, you definitely go back in time. You see the pilgrims wearing their everyday garb, which you picture and what was in your textbooks. And you see them, all the huts, the very small huts, made of what was available to them at that time, cobblestone, straw roofs, and they were very small. You may go around through the plantation and smell the aroma of all the cooking. They cook in the cast iron pots over an open flame. And if you're lucky enough, you might come across the Native American Squanto telling his story. More recently, Plymouth Plantation has opened up an invitation for others to join them on Thanksgiving Day for a Thanksgiving meal with them. Now that's definitely one for the memory books. History, believe it or not, plays a part even in their sports. Massachusetts is home to the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox hang their cleats in their home of Fenway Park. Fenway Park was built in 1912. It's the oldest stadium around. It doesn't even compare to the newer stadiums, with the trendy bars and restaurants and top-of-line sports clothing stores. And that's okay by the Bostonians. They have no plans of changing that anytime soon. It will probably remain that way forever. The Bostonians still pack the stadium and, loyal to their champion baseball team. Now, what I learned about the stadium, and growing up there, I should say I didn't know nearly what I should. I would recommend reading this book, the ebook, Faithful to Fenway, Believing in Boston, Baseball, and America's Most Beloved Ballpark. And that's by author Michael Borer. Massachusetts, more specifically Boston, offers great entertainment for its residents and tourists. Today, I will share with you about a bar where everybody knows your name. Now that's a catchphrase that some of you might recognize. I'm talking about the Boston pub Cheers. The real name is actually the Bull and Finch. It's located in a basement in a building on Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill is a pretty popular area in Boston. This bar was later featured on a TV sitcom where it got its name, Cheers. Now, in reality, the pub is much smaller than what it appears on TV. It was actually a lot smaller than I could ever imagine. Now, William Buckley of Wall Street Journal, author of Tourist in Boston, are full of beans about Bull and Finch. He mentions that over 700,000 people visit that bar every year. The only thing that supersedes that number is the Old Ironsides, which is the oldest commissioned Navy ship. Now, interesting enough, there are more people that visit the Bull and Finch, aka Cheers, than they do Boston's historical sites of Paul Revere's home, the Old North Church, or Kennedy Library and Museum. I'm not sure what that really says. Although it may take a 27-hour car ride, a 3.5-hour plane ride from Florida, with a distinct accent, Massachusetts is a great trip for a bucket list. Remember, while you're there, don't forget where you packed a cat. Thank you.